Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the Movie Lab. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Hafsa. The Movie Lab is a place where I get to discuss the movies that I've watched and just tell you guys basically my honest opinion about them and tell you whether they're worth watching or not. So for today's episode, I will be talking about the movie The Conjuring. But before I actually start, spoiler alert for those who haven't seen. This movie is a horror movie, so it contains a lot of graphic scenes, a lot of talk about demons and stuff like that. So if you are uncomfortable or you get scared so easily, or if you haven't seen the movie, because there are going to be a lot of spoilers in what I'm about to say, I suggest that you click off this episode. But other than that, let's just jump right into it, okay? So, The Conjuring is a 2013 American supernatural horror film, directed by James Wan and written by Chad Hayes. First of all, I'm just gonna apologize for messing up the names from right from the beginning. So like I said, it's directed by James Wan, and it is the first, I think, as for my research, is the first movie that came out from the Conjuring universe franchise, obviously. So this movie stars Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga as Ed and Lorraine Warren, who are paranormal investigators and authors associated with prominent, oh my gosh, I am so tongue-tied as always, prominent cases of demon haunting, obviously. So this movie was released in July 15, 2013, and it made over $319.5 million, get this, from only a $20 million budget. Wow. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. That just shows just how much people really like horror films. It's impressive. So in 1971, this is the plot. I am going to start talking about the movie. So in 1971, Roger and Caroline Perrin move into a farmhouse in Rhode Island with their five daughters, Andrea, Nancy, Christine, Cindy, and April. And with their dog Sadie, refusing obviously in the beginning to enter in the house, Nancy and Christy, while playing in a game of hide and clap, find a boarded up entrance to the cellar. So basically what happens is that their father, obviously, because they found that, well, it was kind of like a cave, serious, I don't know how to explain this, but it was very dark with no lights and just had a bunch of objects like old pianos and stuff like that. So it was pretty scary. It was pretty creepy. So anyways, Roger, the father, just goes downstairs and he's checking, he lights up some matches and he checks out the place. And he tells the girls to not go there, just to scare them away and tell them that there are there are spiders and stuff and mice there, just so that they wouldn't go downstairs, because it was pretty creepy for a normal place. But then after that, the paranormal events and activities started showing up right after they went to sleep that night. The wife, first of all, Caroline, the wife, woke up the next day with a huge bruise, it was very huge, on her legs, and she was shocked because she didn't know how that happened, and she doesn't remember that she actually fell or hit something at night, so she didn't know what happened. And so she woke up in the morning finding that bruise, and then her husband was doing some work down that cave, and fixing up. He told her basically that he was gonna fix up the heater and stuff because the house was freezing. And get this, you guys, when she checked the clocks around the house, all the clocks pointed to 3:05 in the morning. All the clocks in the house stopped at 3:05 in the morning. So then basically I'm gonna try not to spoil as much, just so that you know. So after that, in that morning, they find that their dog Sadie was killed or was dead. They found her dead outside because she didn't want to go into the house. And because, if you guys know or don't know, dogs actually can see stuff, they can see creatures and demons, that ghosts and stuff that we as humans are unable to see. They can actually see that. So yeah, this is like a little side note. If you guys didn't know that, I'm sorry for scaring you away, but dogs really do see stuff. Dogs and cats, actually. All animals, I think that's what my mother told me. I don't know, but I'm sure that dogs see stuff that we don't see. So yeah, so after those events like started to happen, and like a lot of stuff started to happen, like pictures would like drop from walls out of nowhere, chairs would be knocked, and it was a weird situation. And like stuff would come out of closets and stuff. I'm trying not to spoil as much, just so that people can go and see it for themselves, but there are a lot of like really jump scares, like a lot of jump scares. So the family ends up like all huddling up in the living room and sleeping together, just so that they can keep warm, because the house is always cold. So what happened is that Caroline goes to, or decides to contact, Ed and Lorraine Warren, who, I think they had like a sort of a conference or something in a high school, not a high school, maybe in a college or just somewhere, for like the people who are interested in paranormal activities and stuff. So she decided to contact them, and she told them that, like, please come visit our house and stuff like that. My family is in danger and I'm really, really scared, stuff like that. So they go and they like look around the house and stuff. And obviously, if you guys know from previous movies, that Lorraine actually has, she's a psychic, I think that's what they call them. So she feels that evil presence in the house. So they decide to record an interview with, Caroline and Roger, to tell them about what happened. And, everything goes around, and Lorraine goes outside to check the lake, and that's when she sees the devil, or not the devil, but like the evil presence in that house. She sees her hanging from the tree. So they go back to their house, Ed and Lorraine go back to their house, and when Ed tried to play the recording, Caroline's voice wouldn't, it's like it was never recorded while she actually was talking. So what they did is that they decided to look up the history of the place, and they found that there is a woman there that lived whose name was Bathsheba, something like that, who used her innocent son, who was like 4 days old. She used him and sacrificed him for Satan. And when she realized that, she climbed up the tree and prepared the rope and cursed everyone who would ever touch her land, and declared her love for the devil, for Satan, and hung herself there. So basically the entire land was cursed. So what happened is that after a while, I think after World War II, the land was divided and a lot of people, a lot of women had killed their children, or at least attempted to, and hanged themselves. All of them. All the cases that they found. So after that, obviously, they decided to go back, record what happens, and find the demon. And they did. I'm actually gonna stop myself because I feel like I'm gonna talk too much and I'm not gonna stop. So I'm gonna stop myself like right here and like just not finish this because I don't want to give out too much. Again, I still want to, I want people to experience that on themselves, by themselves, and see everything. So yeah, I'm actually just gonna move on to my personal opinion. So first of all, you guys know me. If you've ever heard any of my episodes of like when I do like reviews of horror movies, you would know just how much I am obsessed with these horror films. Like, I just love them and I can't get enough of them. So I absolutely love this movie though, and actually what I really don't like about this universe, which is really what I don't like about a lot of universes, like whether it's, I don't know, the MCU or the DC universe or like the Conjuring universe or anything, is that the movies are not really in order. So this is what I am doing. This is why I'm recording each episode by itself and actually dropping it at a different time. And I'm actually following the timeline of the stories. So if you guys are ever curious about, you don't want to watch the entire universe from the beginning, you can listen to my podcasts like from the beginning till the end. I posted them all by order, so you guys can check them out. But yeah, I love this movie. It was pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna give it I'm not going to give it like a full mark. Like, it's not a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna give it like 9 or 9.5 out of 10. Like, it wasn't, or maybe it's just because I watched it too many times, but yeah, it wasn't like too creepy. Like, it was creepy obviously and scary and a lot of stuff, which, by the way, I just don't get it. Like, if you hear stuff in your house, like I just discussed I discussed this with my mom the other day. Like, if you hear stuff in your house and like nobody's awake and nobody's hearing you, like, why are you curious enough to go check in the dark with nobody around you, and you're not even holding anything in your hands? Like, I don't get it. I don't get people sometimes. I swear, I'm so confused. Anyways, that's not the point. I love this movie. I really recommend you guys watch it. But heck, like, I love the entire universe. So yeah, you guys should definitely check this out. So yeah, that's it for today's episode. Thank you guys for listening. And remember to stay safe and, protect yourself, protect your loved ones, please. Wash your hands, wear a goddamn mask. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next episode. I love you. Bye.